Good morning, lad.
Not really.
What would be the problem?
In a word, Antonio.
Still a thorn in your side?
Among other places. Whenever I'm getting somewhere with Rita, he appears and upstages me. How am I supposed to compete with him?
Tell me something. This chasing Rita business, are you on the level?
Couldn't be more so.
Well, that might be more than what Antonio could say.
I don't understand.
Call it bartender's instinct, but there's something about the guy. Something that don't be ringing the right tune.
Maybe he's tone deaf.
Or maybe it's something else. Probably nothing. By the way, you'll be wanting a bath. All that wandering round's made you a touch fragrant.
But there's no bathing room in town.
You might try the Oasis. Ain't no charge if you can find it.
Thanks, Kevin.
Any time, lad.
Know anything about Antonio Bandana?
Not a lot. Comes in occasionally to drink cocktails and nibble nuts.
You think he's the right guy for Rita?
Hard to say. On the surface, he seems exactly what she needs.
I really don't need to hear that.
You asked.
What chance does a guy have of settling down with Rita?
It's not really my place, but let's just say that Rita's had a hard time with would-be suitors. I'm thinking she'd do a lot at this point to get her family name out of the red.
Like marry for money?
If she could see no alternative, perhaps. You're starting to repeat yourself, lad. Sure you wouldn't like to be having a drink? Help get your thoughts in order. You're starting to repeat yourself, lad. Sure you wouldn't like to be having a drink? Help get your thoughts in order. You're starting to repeat.
Hiya! I'm Pammy Sanderson. I'm like the lifeguard at this here oasis. Did you come for a swim? The water's really warm today.
Shallow pool, middle of the desert, brilliant deduction.
I'm LMO. I'm not really into swimming.
Or running, jogging, climbing, hiking, riding, sailing, boxing.
Yeah. Actually, I came to wash up, but I didn't know I'd have company.
Don't worry. I'll keep a close eye on you while you skinny dip.
Maybe later. How long have you been a lifeguard, Pammy?
Not long. I left the Heifer Mansion only, just yesterday.
Why did you quit?
Long hours, low pay. But mostly 'cause of this new client. He was real awful. Can't remember his name, but he was tall and wore, all black, except for a funny red necktie.
Really? Anything else you can tell me about him?
I'd rather not talk about him, at all. The sun's making me uncomfortable enough as it is.
Sounds like you've been out in the sun too long.
It's one of those occupational habits.
Hazards.
Exactly. I would have used sunscreen, but I can't risk going back into town. Someone could, drown while I'm away, and I just couldn't bring myself to be that selfish.
That's a noble sentiment. Not the most realistic or intelligent, but noble. If I throw myself into that ankle-deep pool and splash around like I'm drowning, will you come and rescue me?
That's what I'm here for.
Mouth to mouth?
Absolutely.
Oh boy! What did your job entail at the hospitality house?
You asked me about mouth to mouth?
Yeah?
That was just the start.
What made you decide to become a lifeguard?
Working at Lou's taught me the satisfaction of helping people.
Yeah, I suppose that would be the right word.
It also kept me in great shape. After I, left, I found this little oasis and knew it was my calling. Here I can use all my skills to help swimmers in distress. You know, save them from drowning.
You'd have to be a fetus to drown in that. You're serving an admirable cause, Pammy.
Why, thanks.
Pardon me for asking, Pammy, but are those real?
Of course, all the melons you see here are real.
They must come in handy when you're rescuing swimmers.
You wouldn't believe how buoyant they are.
I can imagine. How successful have you been in your new job, Pammy?
I am happy to report a 0% casualty rate.
You must be very pleased with that.
I am, though I nearly lost the sheriff on my first day. After I pulled him from the water, I had to hold him for almost an hour before he was relaxed enough to let go. Poor man.
Must have had a real fright.
He was a wreck. He kept his face buried in my chest while he held tight to my thighs.
Lucky guy. Are you a vegetarian, Pammy?
How did you guess?
Your dedication to saving lives. It seemed to fit.
I've been a vegetarian all my life. Between snacks of steak and grilled sausages, I think about how cruel it is to destroy those poor animals for our benefit.
Taste good, though, don't they?
They sure
Know anything about Antonio Bandana?
haven't had much to do with him, and what I have had, I couldn't tell you. It would violate worker-client confidentiality.
What chance does a guy have of settling down with Rita?
Her? Ha! She probably thinks marriage involves, sleeping in separate rooms.
That's how my parents live.
How were you born, then?
I asked Dad that. He said a lot of liquor was involved.
Sorry, Al. This sunburn is making me too uncomfortable to talk right now.
You could move out of the sun.
I can't abandon my post. Vigilance is what counts in this job. Sorry, Al. This sunburn is making me too uncomfortable to talk right now. Sorry, Al.
Do you sell sunscreen?
15 or 30 plus.
30.
No,
15 then.
no,
So you don't actually sell any.
no.
Thanks for that.
I'm completely out of stock,
Why doesn't that surprise me?
but I could make more sunscreen for you.
Right. Could we have got to that 11 lines ago?
First bring me some aloe vera, then I make you sunscreen.
Got it. What is it I have to get again?
Bring me some aloe vera from the desert, then I make you sunscreen.
Where the heck am I supposed to find aloe vera?
It is a desert plant.
I hardly expected it to be seaweed, but where?
You will find it in the desert.
Gee, thanks.
You're welcome. Aloe!
Oh yeah, now I remember. Aloe vera, thanks.
Aloe!
Oh yeah.
These little plants are of the aloe vera variety. They're completely spineless,
Don't you dare.
much like yourself.
Here's your aloe vera.
Very good. $3, please.
I thought you just needed the aloe vera.
To make it, yes. Also need money for necessary capital exchange.
But I went out into the desert just to find you that plant.
I could always keep sunscreen for another customer.
Oh, fine. Here you go.
Here you go.
That was quick. It's almost as if you had a spare bottle just lying around.
You have good imagination. Enjoy your sunscreen.
I've got your sunscreen, Miss Sanderson.
You're such a sweetie, Al. Would you mind doing me?
You've been waiting 30 years to hear that.
Sure, Pammy. Just, lie down, please.
Ugh, that sunscreen smells terrible. Like that man from the general store.
Coco? He smelled fine to me.
Not when he's sweating. It's awful.
Guess I'll go find some perfume to put in it.
No, don't use anything that's not, like, completely natural.
Wouldn't dream of it. Excuse me, Mayor?
Oh, it's,
The name's...
correct. What can I do for you?
Can you tell me the best natural way of making something smell better? I was thinking of a flower or...
Nah, what you want are the leaves from the creosote bush, or creosote Lara tridentate. They should be in bloom about now. Indians use them as an antiseptic and emetic. Go figure. They got these tiny yellow flowers, which are more pungent after a rain. Shouldn't be hard to find for a short man with glasses.
Couldn't have said it better.
Know anything about Antonio Bandana?
Oh yes, the princely chap from Spain. I missed his arrival, unfortunately.
And a chance to roll out the red carpet.
Would have done, except you gotta be careful with red around here. The bulls take to it something chronic.
I thought it was just the way the flats were shaken.
You can't believe everything those science types say. I've read all about 'em. Gangly looking, few friends. The only dates they get are from the Phoenix dactylifera. That prince, though, I bet he's got tons of everything a man could ever want. A woman, too, for that matter.
What chance does a guy have of settling down with Rita?
As much as this building has of being blown to smithereens,
That's not so unlikely. Dynamite's freely available.
while being eaten away by termites,
Not implausible.
with me inside.
Now I'm convinced I have a chance.
Don't mean to be rude, son, but I'm a very busy man. Don't mean to...
You fill your flask with water. You pour water over the flowers. A stronger aroma begins to emanate from the bush. You consider this. You can.
There, naturally fragrant sunscreen.
You already added that ingredient to the sunscreen. You already added that ingredient.
Ow! It's like scratching my skin. It's got hairs and leaves in it.
Coco did make it quickly.
He rushes everything. Can you find something to make it smoother?
I'll see what I can do. This is proving harder than I thought.
You insert a dollar coin. Wait as the machine goes and watch it deposit a small quantity of lubricant into the tray. Those two items don't.
I can't take it. The lube will seep through my fingers.
You've already paid for some lubricant, and you don't need more. You've already paid for some. The building.
I can't take it. The lube will seep through my fingers.
It's still too. It's still. Those two items don't work together. Those two items. You fill your flask with water. Those two. This item cannot be used. Those. It's still too coarse to use on pan. The building. Our contestant.
Oh! Ouch! I can't take... Smooth sunscreen. Not bad.
Oh, stop! The sunscreen's running down my sides.
Guess I used too much lubricant.
I've made that mistake before.
I'll try making it thicker. Thick and goopy. Just the way Penny likes it.
That feels like so good.
So, you were telling me about that horrible guy at the Heifer Mansion.
Oh, him. Arrived 2 days ago. Awful guy. Treated us like he could buy our time. He spends most of the day, like, stinking up his room, ordering us girls around, and exposing his huge plans.
Not what you'd expect from a prince.
A prince? He's common enough, let me tell ya.
So Antonio's not royalty after all. I think I'll pay our princely pal a visit at the Heifer Mansion. Say, Pammy, suppose I had this friend and she had a friend,
Uh-huh.
and she knew someone whose sister's cousin might be interested in working at Lou's.
You know, Al, I used to put in, like, a lot of extra hours for the boss.
Must have been hard.
He was. Anyway, I'm sure Lou would, like, be happy to see your friend's acquaintance's sister's cousin. Just tell her to say Pammy sent me. Lou will have her. He might even give her a job. Ooh, that's nice. I'm like, so relaxing. I'm really in the mood
Oh.
to get some
Oh.
shut-eye.
Oh. Reminds me of a date I had once when I was 16. She fell asleep right after dinner.
Aren't you neglecting a few details?
Like what?
That you'd been discussing the finer points of collecting bottle caps.
So? Everyone has a hobby.
That the girl was your babysitter.
Minor detail.
And that you took the next 15 years to sort out your preferences.
I'm beginning to dislike narrators.